everyone. We are going to talk about issues to do with reproductive health rights. When we talk about reproductive health rights, we are basically meaning a subset of the human rights that we all know. But in this case, we are relating to matters that concern with reproduction. Every individual should have the right to make their own choices or decisions on matters to do with their own reproductive health. And therefore, everyone should have access to reproductive health care services and even resources, such that they can have optimally. So this is very important because reproductive health cuts across many aspects of our life. It has the physical component of our lives, the social component of our life. So it is not only an issue that is to do with the having a reproductive health problem. It also has aspects to do with our social well-being, also our physical well-being. And therefore, when we talk about reproductive health matters, we are talking about issues to do with STIs, issues to do with contraception, issues to do with unwanted pregnancies, issues to do with making sure that you can receive any reproductive health care service that you need. And therefore, if we respect these rights, individuals have the ability to access all these services and to have all their conditions, productive health conditions managed. And this is actually very important because it improves the health outcomes, but also it improves the quality of life that one lives. So the concept of reproductive health rights is very important, and it has a lot of history. But what you have to realize that when discussing issues to do with the history of reproductive health rights, in ancient times, issues to do with contraception were actually practiced, but the practice was by use of herbs. But then science now helped in developing new contraception methods. But however, there were restrictions that are related to cultural, social, and also policies and also regulations or laws against contraception. But then, in the 20th century, there was a lot of towards in ensuring that people don't commit or don't engage in unsafe abortion, even coercive sterilization, and that people should have the rights to choose whether they need to have an abortion or whether they need to get sterilized. And then organizations that are formed on these pillars, issues to do with abortion and contraception, organizations such as the International Anti-Parenthood Federation, which was formed in 2022, played a very, very important role in advancing the cause. And then also the International Conference on Population Development that was held in Cairo, Egypt, in 1994. This is a landmark. This was a landmark conference because it is at that conference that the advancement of reproductive health rights actually happened. And it was a moment of recognition of how reproductive health rights are actually very, very important. So when we talk about aspects to do with reproductive health rights, we are talking about issues to do with access to reproductive health care services, that people should have access to different reproductive health care services, which include maternal care, which basically has prenatal care, postnatal care, family planning, gynecological care, treatment of STIs. All these are very, very important. And then also that every individuals should have access to reproductive health services such as family planning. Family planning allows individuals to decide when to have or whether they actually need to have children. And these family planning methods should be available in a variety of forms. So there should be a wide range of contraceptive methods so that people can make decisions and based on particular element. So availability increases choice. If you have a number of methods, it is very easy for you to make a choice which method is actually good for you. And then issues to do with prevention and treatment of STIs. STIs cause a lot of morbidities and also a lot of mortalities, and that people should be educated on safe sexual practices such that they don't get STIs. But still, if they get STIs, we need to screen, test, and even treat them for these STIs. Gender-based violence is one of the key elements of reproductive health. Issues to do with domestic violence, issues to do with sexual assault are very common, and especially in context of conflicts like in South Sudan. Women are raped, women are sexually assaulted, but there is no strong legal framework that can allow such cases to be prosecuted successfully and then women get justice for them. There should be access to safe and legal abortion. Abortion, if conducted in the right way, can offers the ability to reduce mortality. So if we have restrictive laws on abortion, chances are that people will still conduct these abortions, and then this would turn into complications. If they conduct these abortions in a way that they are hiding from the law, they're ending up with unsafe abortions, and unsafe abortions are a major cause of maternal mortality. People should be educated and even given accurate information on their reproductive health, and also they should be known and they should be empowered by giving them the right knowledge of the different reproductive health matters. The laws and the policies that we have in a country should be able to protect and promote reproductive health. This is to say that the laws should not be those that are very restrictive. The laws should be those that allow individuals to make informed choices. However, the extent to which reproductive health rights are enjoyed varies, and there are a number of factors that contribute to this. Societal factors are those that limit the usage of reproductive health services because of the cultural and social norms associated with reproductive health services, such as contraception, and also having a certain number of children. Financial access or lack of finances can limit access to reproductive health care services. So people should be provided with reproductive health services at an affordable rate. If we have a legal framework that is very restrictive, then people will not come out or even to procure these reproductive health care services. And therefore, they turn into, they can utilize these services, but in a way that that is illegal, and therefore illegal practices may not be carried out in the open. And when they're not in the open, then it's most likely that they can have complications. And the health system in itself has a role to play in making sure that people can actually fully interact with health workers, even with the health facilities for these services. If we have a broken health system, this actually implies that people cannot visit health facilities to interact with the health workers in order to have these reproductive health care services. The nature of the infrastructure, also the availability of reproductive health care services, these are health system barriers that limit the usage of reproductive health care services. Cultural and religious barriers, issues to do with some religions prohibiting contraception, and then use of condoms, for example. And then, in order to advance reproductive health rights concept, a number of international frameworks and agreements were signed. One, for example, is what we talked about, the ICPD, held in Cairo, and then the Millennium Development Goal, and then the Sustainable Development Goals. And in 2000, the Millennium Development Goals were adopted. It had a goal that focused on improving maternal, and that individuals should have access to reproductive health services, including family planning. The Sustainable Development Goals were adopted in 2015. It has a number of goals that actually focus on productive health. Issues to do with increasing access, such that individuals have universal access to productive healthcare services, very key, and reducing maternal mortality rates, eliminating gender-based violence. International treaties have also been signed. For example, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and then the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. These are important international human rights treaties that stress, or that actually stressed the importance of reproductive rights as human rights. So the healthcare workers have a very big role in promoting reproductive rights. They should treat clients who come for care with dignity, with respect, and that they should also allow them to participate in decision making, because these are individuals who have autonomy. They should not be treated in an insensitive way and also in a non-judgmental manner. It is important that healthcare workers actually realize that there is always a power imbalance between them and the clients that they serve. So for a conducive or productive interaction between the clients and the providers, it is very important that the providers actually realize or even recognize and address the power imbalance in that kind of discussion. And in order to promote sexual and reproductive rights, it is very, very important that actors or partners engage in activism and also advocacy to promote reproductive rights. And one of the avenues could be in changing policies. It is very important that actors actually interact with the policymakers at the national level, at the state level, at the community level, or at the grassroots level. This is very important because it encourages enactment of laws or legislations that promote reproductive rights. So even advocating for increasing funding to reproductive care services is very, very important. The restriction of reproductive rights is associated with populations that are often marginalized in our societies. Individuals who are economically disadvantaged, people of sexual minorities, these are populations that will be marginalized. And issues to do with their reproductive rights should also focus on these communities, because the essence of social justice is to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to access reproductive care services, regardless of their sexual orientation, their race, or even economic status. It is very important to continuously conduct research in order to improve interventions focused on reproductive health and reproductive rights. It also allows us to identify different communities that could be marginalized, also informs the policies that are actually, and also helps in advancing advocacy efforts. So it is very important that we realize that reproductive health is very, very important. But issues to do with the violation of reproductive rights often undermine the rights of especially women. And yet, women, if they are well empowered to participate in their reproductive, to accept that they can participate fully in matters related to their reproductive health, then there is a chance that they can actually have quality life, or quality and productive life, and perhaps even create a lot for development. Thank you.